Beautiful day here at the edge of the swamp. Just a hair below freezing. I'm going to say it's about 29. And we have gotten a lot of rain this year. I should say this fall. Stuff is damp. And of course, being at the edge of the swamp, things are far damper. Mostly have maple here. A lot of down material behind me. And so I'm just using what I've got here. Nothing fancy today. I'm not going to set up any shelter. Just going to hang out here for a little while and probably move on. This is just some maple that I had found on the ground. And as I've stated before, this is very indicative of the Great Lakes Basin. Maple, for certain, a lot of red oak. So definitely get used to a lot of the things that you have around you. West of me is some large stands of pine. I got a little bit of pine branches, but I didn't really get much. Not really going to stop for a long time here, but seeing that I am going to stop and I'm going to observe a well-traveled deer trail and just keep the fire low. The wind is in my favor, and as any of you know, many times the scent of your fire can mask your human scent, and you'll have deer wander right up to your camp. But the wind direction has to help too, so which in my case it will be. The wind is coming out of the west, and that's exactly the way that the deer travel this time of the day in this particular area of this large swamp. So, just making up some quick little feather sticks here. And just enough to get this fire going. Like I said, stuff's real damp. But many times during hunting season, I come back to this area here in the late afternoon, which is where a lot of the activity is. Deer heading out of this sort of swampy area to hit up some nearby fields that border the swamp. As I stated, there'll be no fancy methods of fire today. Just a lighter. And that should take off rather nicely there. Got my little half axe here today, and I'll be able to get some more larger cherry chunks on the fire, or larger maple chunks on the fire soon. Good rule of thumb is on when to know when to put wood on the fire is when your flames are over the top of the wood that you already have on. If they're not, be cautious because you can smother the fire, especially on conditions like I'm dealing with here where things can be wet. But as you can see, as long as the flames are coming out the top, I know I'm fine. And it's a good day for a fire. This is usually my preferred fire method, and I'll explain it in another video. It is a long fire, but I've got a few different variations depending on the situation on how I use a long fire, how I set it up. Well, thanks again for watching. We'll be talking to you soon. Take care.